Welcome to our kitchen oasis. Today I'm going to show you how to make sticky date hot cross buns. These are soft, sweet and sticky. Something new for this Easter. First, you chop pitted dates roughly. Please make sure there are no seeds left. Place them in a heat-proof bowl. Add some water and microwave for 1 minute or so in high heat to soften the dates. They're nice and soft now. Keep this aside in room temperature for later. Next, you start with the dough. You put roughly 2/3 of the bread flour in a large bowl. Add plain flour. And rice flour. This rice flour will make the bun soft and moist. Then add milk and mix well. If you use a bread maker for kneading, all the bun ingredients except for dates should be in the bread maker and start the kneading course. You can add the dates after kneading is done. Now it's mixed smoothly, so cover it and rest it for 30 minutes. While you wait, you make the caramel sauce. You heat the pan over medium heat and put golden syrup, butter, cream, and brown sugar. Please keep stirring as you cook. After a while, it will bubble up like this and get thickened slightly. Caramel sauce is done. Turn the heat off and keep it aside to cool. After resting for 30 minutes, the dough became very elastic like this. Now you add other dry ingredients. You add sugar, instant dry yeast, and mix well. Then add salt and ginger powder. This ginger powder is optional. You can omit if you don't like it. And mix well. All mixed well. So finally, you add the rest of the bread flour and mix well. The flour is all incorporated into the dough, so it's time to knead. Place the dough on a clean bench, and this is a very wet and sticky dough, but try not to add any flour. As you knead, it will come together. You start kneading like this, using the heel of your hand. The dough is sticking to your hands and the bench, but it's okay. Using a dough scraper or hard spatula, gather the dough and you bash the dough. Bash and roll, bash and roll. This bashing will make the dough less sticky. As you can see, it all came together. Now you add butter. You keep kneading until all the butter is incorporated. The dough will get messy, but it will become smooth. Now it is quite smooth and soft, so you bash the dough again to make it firm. Rolling this way like a letter V will relax the dough. This will make the dough softer. See, it's nice and soft. Then you bash the dough, it will stretch long like this. As you keep bashing, it will get firm again. When it's firm, it only stretches this short. You repeat letter V rolling and bashing a few times to make the gluten to build up, for nice fluffy texture when it's baked. You flatten the dough a little and place the softened dates on top. Very sticky. You rub the dates with the dough like this and start kneading to mix the dates into the dough. This will be very sticky, but it is okay. You just bash a little bit to make it firm and gather the dough with the dough scraper or hard spatula, and the kneading is done. You put some oil on your hands because the dough is really sticky. Rub the oil on the dough and you place it in a bowl. You cover it and rest for an hour or so until it doubles in size. An hour or so later, the dough is nicely puffed up. You put some oil on your hands again, so it is easier to deal with the dough. Onto the bench. You flatten the dough to let the air out. It feels so good. Now you divide the dough into pieces. I am making 16 small buns, but please adjust the number to the size and shape of the tray you use. I'm going to use a square cake tin, so I need 4 rows of 4 buns. I'm cutting the dough into 8 pieces like this, and then cut each piece in half to make 16 buns. Now you make nice round shape by pulling outer dough down and pinch on the bottom. And repeat, pulling outer dough down and pinch on the bottom. Please put more oil to prevent the buns from drying. When all the buns are rolled, you put the cooled caramel sauce on the lined tray. You will reshape the buns before placing on the tray. I recommend using a small tray or cake tin so that the buns will be connected to each other This will reduce the surface area and keep the buns softer. Once all the buns are placed in the tin, cover it and rest for 45 minutes to an hour until the buns are puffed up nicely. Towards the end of resting time, you make the paste for the crosses. This is a very simple recipe: 30 grams of plain flour and 30 grams of water, and you mix well. You put the paste in a small ziploc bag. Use it as a small piping bag. You zip the bag and it is ready. The buns are nicely puffed up. You cut a corner of the Ziploc bag 4 to 5 millimeters long and start drawing crosses. You draw straight lines like this each row. And the other angle to complete the crosses. Bake the buns in preheated oven at 190 degrees or 180 fan forced for 20 to 30 minutes. Because it is already brown, it is hard to determine if it's baked from the color, so please check the crosses. They will be slightly colored when they are baked. These buns are soft and moist with sticky and gooey caramel sauce on the bottom. This will please everybody this Easter. Hope you enjoyed the video. Thank you for watching. See you next time.